It's time for the Cooking Corner this afternoon, and joining us today is Randall Cox, Executive Chef at the Hard Rock Casino. And once again, we're having a food front, as Nick Bender said, because the food, you can just smell it all through the studio. And we're talking about a summertime slaw today.
Correct. That's exactly what we're talking about. Obviously, 4th of July weekend, great time for smoking all your meats, and people will be barbecuing and grilling. In fact, we just had our grand opening of our casino in Ramona today, and they have a great smoker out there, and they'll be smoking this weekend. And here's a great accompaniment that we'll do to go along with that. It's an apple and pear slaw, kind of traditionally prepared. It's a little bit different. Instead of having all mayonnaise based, we'll use some sour cream.
Sour cream, that's different.
That's a little bit different,
yeah.
Right? A little bit of mayonnaise. And this is just for the dressing portion. We'll have sugar. Got to sweeten it up, a little bit of sweet and sour kind of textures. Very simple to do. Sugar, a little bit of celery salt, of course a little salt and pepper. We do a little bit of apple juice.
Apple juice.
Yeah, and that adds a great flavor to it, kind of ties everything in together, and then red wine vinegar.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to just mix this up a little bit, very simple to do. And it'll kind of cream itself out. And then you can adjust the creaminess based on the amount of sour cream and mayonnaise that you put in there.
Okay.
And then you'll give it a quick little taste and make sure that it's all good. And of course, through our accurate demonstration, we know that we're right on the money. Now, to make the slaw itself, just we have our regular green cabbage, carrots, Granny Smith apples, a Bosc pear, and we have some red onions. The tool that we use to use this is called a mandolin.
Okay.
And not the kind you play, but the kind you work with. So it kind of tags on to the equipment that you want to have in your kitchen and can't do without. Very simple to do. You'll just take the vegetable, whatever you're going to use, and just slide it right over the blade.
Oh, look at
Simple,
that.
right. Very nice, very easy to do.
It makes your chopping a lot faster. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Look how fast it just does a carrot. Try to.
But I'm sure you have to watch your fingers.
You do. You do, and I've been doing it for so many years that, you know, you kind of get a feel for it. But they have guards and things that are placed on there.
Okay.
And that's what we'll do. So
great.
We'll take a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of the red onion. And again, depending on how the flavor that you like, you can adjust the amount of seasonings and things that you use. Of course, we got to have a good amount of cabbage in there.
Of course.
And then you can make this a day ahead of time. You can make this a couple days ahead of time and let the dressing just kind of sit over there with it.
And just let it sit in the fridge overnight?
Absolutely, let it sit in the fridge overnight. And what that enables us to do is that will enable it to kind of let the acidity and everything in there break down a little bit.
Okay.
And then it goes great, again, with any type of a barbecue that you're doing.
Oh, yeah, and boy, we have some barbecue over here. Look at that.
That's right. We got some ribs. We brought some ribs and stuff today. But again, I like mine a little bit crunchy. The apples and pears give it a nice, light, summertime fruitiness to it.
It's like a pleasant surprise when you taste it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then a nice little crunchiness. So I don't like mine very soft. I consider myself a coleslaw connoisseur.
I see.
He's
a hardcore cook, so.
Everywhere I go, I try their coleslaw just to see how it goes. But that's how easy it is. Finished product right there.
Very good. Well, we're going to we're going to try some in just a little bit. If you would like a copy of this particular recipe, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen. Make sure to include which recipe you're looking for.